to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Pray for your power. We pray that you would utilize this movement to bring it closer to you in the absolute way, the truth, and the life. And we just ultimately pray, Lord.
I have a few questions for you before we get this started. Does the radical left own America's streets?
No!
Does the radical left own America's cities?
No!
Does the radical left own America?
No!
Are we going to win in 2020? Yes. You know why? Because it is time for the silent majority to become unsilent. I've been saying it for 2 years, and look at you now! I'm not seeing a very silent majority today. No, I am not. And I love to see that. I love to see you people showing up to rescue America. It is so amazing. We have an incredible program for you today. We have amazing speakers who showed up. We have Scott Baio here today. We have Lorenzo Lamas here today. I had never spoken to Lorenzo Lamas in my life. I reached out to him on Twitter. He got back to me really quickly. He said, I would love to do that. So I jumped on a phone call with him. And he said something. I hope I'm not stealing his speech, because after he said this to me, I said, you have to tell this to the people. But he said to me, I've never done anything like this before. He's like, I've never really gone to a political event. I've never given a political speech. I've never gone to a march or a rally. And I thought to myself, this is so amazing. If a Hollywood actor like Lorenzo Lamas can be brave and do something that he's never done before, can't we all be brave? A little bit more brave. And show up. Like the rest of you, I watched since the end of May as radical leftists destroyed our country with complete impunity, marching through the streets, smashing windows, burning buildings, burning businesses, burning people's homes, threatening and intimidating people on private property. They beat people, they killed people. And the liberal media, which completely does all of their bidding, said nothing, said absolutely nothing. In fact, they only emboldened and empowered them. And the rest of us sat at home, feeling outnumbered, feeling demoralized, feeling like we had no future in this country, because who are we? We are just a small group of people compared to them. That's what they wanted us to feel. That's what they wanted to make it seem like. And I thought to myself, this is not okay. Because I know, just like when I started Walkaway, there must be tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people across the country who are not going to let this happen. So how do we activate them? How do we activate the people to come out? Well, look what we've already done today. I did not know that Los Angeles was going to show up today like this. You guys have blown me away today. Blown me away completely. This is the last thing I'll say for the moment, because I want to get these great, amazing speakers out here. But as I watched the radical left doing so much destruction to our country, I had this vision in my head, this image that I just couldn't let go of. It reminded me of those old movies, those old black and white movies, where there's a damsel in distress tied to the railroad tracks, waiting for a hero to come and set her free before that train charging at her takes her life. And that is exactly like what I feel like is happening to America right now. I think that America is a country in distress. America is a country in peril. America is like that damsel tied to the railroad tracks with the radical left charging at her like a freight train. But America needs heroes right now, like you and me and everybody here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being the heroes that America needs right now. Now let's rescue America! I'm going to turn the mic back over to Anthony, and we're going to have an amazing, amazing rally for you guys today. I love you so much. Thank you for coming out.
All right. You guys, this is such an honor to be here amongst all these patriots, all of these believers in the unification of our country. Do you believe in unifying our nation? Do you believe that we have to walk away from the hate? I love it. Do you believe that this nation has never had a better president? Woo! That you are believers. I love it. My name is Joy Villa. Many of you guys know me from my dresses on the red carpet. I have an incredible array of designs. I just decided to pull a big middle finger out to the establishment. I'm sorry, I'm a bit of a firecracker. What can I say?
He's also an American actor. We're going to have Mr. Scott Baio come up here and talk to us.
Thank you very much. Thank you. First of all, I want to just say thank you to all the men and women in blue. All across the country and the ones that are here, we love you, we respect you, and we thank you for your service. You know, a lot of people ask me why I speak out politically. And when I get bashed in social media and when I know that it's going to affect my career. But I do it because I love my country. I love it. I love being an American. And that seems to have gone out of style lately, and I'm sick of it. I love everything about this country. I want to save it for my child. I want to save it because I love that we're a God-fearing nation. I love that we're a law-abiding nation. I love our tradition and our values. And if you work hard in this country, doesn't matter what you look like or what your lifestyle is, you will succeed and you will thrive. And the other reason I do this is I do it for my daughter. She's going to inherit this country. And I want her to grow up in a country that I grew up in, where God meant something, where the rule of law meant something, where accountability meant something, where the truth and your word meant something. I'm sick of this country being run down. I'm sick of it. We are a noble, wonderful, free, God-loving nation, and nothing will change that. Nothing will shake that in me ever. So listen, it's real important. I know it's hot, and you guys have been here a while. Thank you for walking. But listen, I just want you to say one more thing. If we don't re-elect President Trump, every single thing that we hold dear will be gone. God, law, Christmas, the flag, the national anthem, anything you can think of, and it'll be gone before you can blink. And I mean it. And freedom. We are free people. Okay? That's who we are as Americans. So listen, talk to your neighbor, talk to your relatives, talk to your friends. And I know it's hard, but if you reframe the choice, not between Trump and Biden. The choice is between America, freedom, capitalism, history, love of country, or Marxism. That's it. That's the choice, and that's an easier conversation. God bless all of you. Thank you for listening to me. God bless America.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Hey, everybody. Thank you for coming, first of all. Hey, my father, Fernando Lamas, was also an immigrant to this country, and I never met any person who was as much of a patriot as my father. And that's what we're talking about. That's what we're here for, and that's why I'm here. I've never done a political speech like Brandon had mentioned, and I echo the words of my friend Scott. and Joy, who's beautiful, who I just met today for the first time. Wow, she's something else. Anyway, I digress. I put a few words to a page here because I don't do this, and I want to make sure that you all here today know why I'm here. First off, thank you, Brandon. Thank you for starting this movement. It's incredible. And thank all of you for coming. I'm here to speak to all of you, but particularly to those of you that are here attempting to understand what it is we're trying to accomplish with this. It would be easy to speak of the damage that the media, the politicians, and its facilitators are doing to divide us, divide this country and people like us, to people who are like me, like you. But I'm here to talk to those of you who would, on any given day, normally align with the Democratic Party. To you, I would say that the party of JFK and Woodrow Wilson is no longer. The Democratic Party has veered left to such a degree that it would literally be unrecognizable to the icons that we lived up to in the past. Our country, these United States, are based on Judeo-Christian values. Until recently, our dialogue and differences could be discussed friendly between us because we had a moral base from which to begin our discussions, even our disagreements. Now, friends, we are at a turning point in this country, one that if America gets it wrong, we're not going to be able to recognize the country that we're living in anymore. I've always been a freedom-loving American, and the attempts to restrict our freedoms are already on full display. Now, because of the virus and because of the progressive policies of the left, we can't go to church, but we can go protest against the police whose very lives are on the line protecting ours. Our kids can't go to school, but hey, even with social distancing protocols and all that stuff in place, our kids can't get a fair education, but we can go to Ralph's or Vons or Pavilions and stand right next to somebody at the checkout counter. That makes no sense at all. Now, all but a few of the democratically run cities have allowed chaos to destroy small businesses, right? Forcing people into bankruptcy and depression, even at a greater, more severe amount, I venture to guess. The liberals are so concerned with losing their power and control that they have forgotten to govern. They have forgotten the very core of their most ardent supporters, the middle class, right? Those JFK Democrats that used to stand for fairness and equity are no longer. They are erased from history like so many statues. The Democratic Party has devolved into a cancel culture of hate and hypocrisy, of lies and deceit, of complete domination and government dependence. I believe President Trump is doing everything he can to unite us, to unite this country, and the left is doing everything they can to divide us. Folks, without a moral compass, we have no higher power to answer to. We have impulsive action with no consequence, and we are seeing this very dynamic permeate our country. President Trump is the greatest president in my lifetime. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Trump didn't create political corruption. He revealed it. He didn't create media bias. He revealed it. He didn't create a cancel culture environment. He revealed it. He didn't create the censorship of faith, he revealed it. He didn't create the urban decay of democratically run cities, he revealed it. And he didn't create democratic hypocrisy, he revealed it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to vote red. We have to. In every district, in every county, in every city, in every state, we have to vote Republican. America and her ideals have never been more threatened by atheists and socialists ever in our history. Marxism and fascism have been permeating our children's education for decades, and this November, it's finally coming for all of us. Do you understand what I'm saying? So please, I beg you, educate yourselves, talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to people that are quiet. Tell them to speak up, because our very freedom depends on it. We are the majority, and we will make a difference this November. I promise you. So God bless you. God bless you. God bless your families. And God bless the United States of America.
Let's give it up for Mr. Lorenzo Lamas.
On the show with frequency unknown, I just want to say, for someone who's never done a speech before, that was a great speech.
Thank you. It helps when you believe what you're saying, you know? I mean, when you're speaking from the heart, it helps to get you through the speech.
And you've always been a Republican, correct? Because your father was a patriot, or?
He's a patriot, but remember, that was 40 years ago.
Yeah.
The parties have definitely diverged to the point where I've always voted for the person, not the party.
Right.
But now it's important that we just vote for the party.
And did you vote for Trump in 2016?
Yes, I did.
And you'll be voting for him again in
100%.
2020?
I'm voting for my country.
Absolutely. And what you said is absolutely right. We need to take our country back away from the
Well, it's being
Communist
threatened.
Party. Well, yeah,
It's being
definitely.
threatened by the progressives on the left side of our political spectrum, to the point where I'm really concerned. So
Everyone should be.
everybody has to speak up.
Well, you're still very handsome, too. Thank you so much. Take care. You just did a speech for the Walkaway campaign, but I would like to know what it was that brought you out today.
Well, I'm a recording artist and I am a freedom fighter at the same time. I believe that it's really important to fight for freedom of speech and to fight for the Constitution. So yeah, I'm fighting for freedom, and I'm fighting for the freedom to vote for whoever you want to in this election. If you want to vote a certain way, you're allowed to. Just because you're LGBT doesn't mean that you have to be a Democrat.
Being that you're a gay man, how many people have you lost to your political views, as far as friends or so-called friends?
Countless friends. I wrote a song about it, so-called friends. It's usually the people most close to you, actually, that end up leaving you in a weird way, because they didn't expect it from me. They didn't expect me to be the kind of person I am. But it's like, I've always been the same person. I'm a free market capitalist. I work very hard for what I do. I like hiring people. I like working. It's just they didn't know how serious I was about my job and serious I was about making money the right way, the proper way, legally always. Like giving people how much I love giving people opportunity to also work. I love working. And so they just really didn't understand that. A lot of my friends were socialists and they didn't understand, Ricky, you have a nice car, so you need to drive all of us around. And I'm like, no, that's not how this works. If you're gonna drive in my car, you're gonna pay me some gas money. Okay, that's how this works. You wanna be driven by me? Like, well, you're our friend and that's what friends do. I'm like, well, I've just always been that person. And I really don't care what they think, so.
How strong would you say the LGBTQ community is for Trump this year?
How strong is he for Trump, LGBT? I think that there's a lot of silent LGBT people out there who they're afraid to say that they like Trump or that they're going to vote for Trump because they're afraid of being ostracized by the community or being called a traitor. So I mean, I get calls all the time of people, help me, how do I get through this, or how do I, be who I really am? And I'm just like, at some point, you just got to do it. You got to have the courage to come out and be yourself.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for coming out and not being afraid. And best of luck with that. Thank you so much. I'm here with Brandon Straka, and he is one of the founders of the Walkaway campaign. And I just heard about you guys actually about 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
And I'm
fresh meat.
Fresh meat. So for our viewers out there that don't know what the Walkaway campaign is about, we would love for you to tell our viewers.
You got it. Hey everybody, I'm Brandon Straka. I'm the founder of the Walkaway campaign. I created it on May 26th of 2018, so we've been around for about 2.5 years. It's a movement of people who are walking away from the political left, walking away from the Democratic Party, walking away from the ideology of liberalism and the liberal media. And I don't even feel like I need to explain at this point why anyone would want to do that. It should be pretty obvious as we watch America. There's so much support today. There's so much support today. It's amazing. As we watched the last 3-4 months as the radical left has smashed windows, destroyed neighborhoods, burned buildings, burned businesses, committed acts of violence, vandalism, murder, and all of this is just excused by the liberal media and actually sort of glorified by the Democratic Party. And so we've had it, and that's why we're doing these Rescue America rallies to show that not only are we walking away from the left, but we are not going to allow the radical left to take control of our country or our cities, our streets, our neighborhoods. We're going to fight back. I started Walkaway with no money, no political contacts, no media contacts, no following on social media whatsoever, and look where we are today. And it's become an international movement with international support. How could this be happening if people on the conservative side or people on the Republican side hate gays, hate the LGBT community, hate minorities? We have tonight on this panel, we have Hispanic speakers, we have Black speakers, we have LGBT speakers, we have every type of American, and all of these people are coming together in unity, support, and patriotism. How could this be happening if the narrative about the Republican Party were true? And so it's time for people to wake up and see we've all been manipulated, we've been lied to, we've been hoodwinked. And listen, you can walk away and you don't have to become a Republican. No one's telling you that here. We're not telling you you have to support Trump. We're not telling you that you have to support the Republican Party. But what we're saying is that one of the two political parties in this country, I think it should be obvious which, has gone into mob mentality, has gone into violent, destructive behavior, and is embracing socialism, Marxism, and every kind of anti-American behavior that you can imagine. This is actually I like this kind of annoying sound.
Too.
I mean, I'm glad it's so annoying. Anyway, you don't have to be a Democrat. Walk away.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you for this campaign.
Thanks for coming.
What does walk away mean to you?
Walk away means even if you're part of the Democratic Party, you can move to the other side. I was one of them. Honestly, I voted Democrat a few years back, but no more. It's enough. We've had enough. That's it. Trump 2020 all the way.
One of the protesters for a Walkaway campaign, and she told me she came from a communist country. What country did you come from?
From Russia. I came from Tashkent. They kicked us out. 2 people, 2 doctors. They kicked us out with 2 kids and 2 suitcases. The rest they got for themselves. This is what will be with all of us. They will take away from us not only everything, they will take about the life and everything and spread it around, and we will be nothing. And if it's not their way, they will kill us.
And how long have you lived in America?
41 years.
41 years.
We came in 1979. We are here 41 years. God bless this country. God bless Trump. 2020.
This is the Hetty family here at the Walkaway campaign, and as you can see, they're just starting out their family. So I wanted to ask you, why is it so important to vote for Trump in 2020?
Because he's done everything right so far. We need someone like him to protect us, to protect our country, to save us, to protect us from all these crazy people out here who just don't know what the government is supposed to do. Trump knows what he's doing, and we believe in
And
him.
he's kept his promise. Whatever he said during his campaign 4 years ago, he's still keeping strong and he's doing what's supposed to be done for the country. He loves the country. He's a true patriot. And compared to the last two presidents that we had, Republican and a Democrat, he is beyond that. He's for the country, and he loves this country more than any other president I've ever seen in my life.
Now, if he doesn't get reelected, I just have to ask this question. What does that mean for your son? And what does that mean for America in your eyes?
It's going to be a scary place. It's going to be a very scary place where, I'll be worried for my children and for their livelihood, because, as you see Biden on his campaign trail in his basement talking about, teachers don't have to go to school, we don't need to teach our kids, it's closed, keep the schools closed until we have a cure, a vaccine. The cure is out there. We don't care about the vaccine comes in, hopefully it comes, but then the cure, we have it. The hydroxychloroquine works, and hopefully, we have better cures, but until now, we don't have to be scared. We gotta keep on going, can't keep the country closed down, and then, keeping it up like this is just terrible, just need to be heading the right direction, and
everyone is important.
He gets elected.
Everyone is important.
And what would have happened during Obama's time, it would have been a overnight thing, and it just would have blown away with like
it would have been hush hush, don't talk about it.
They hate Trump, but we love him. We love him more than anything else. He's the best, and I hope to God that he gets elected for 8 more years, 10 more years, 12 more years, 16 more years. He's amazing, and we need people like this, and he's amazing.
We need true patriots.
Thank you so much. I love this. I love the enthusiasm, and thank you for coming out and supporting the Walkaway campaign. Thank you so much. We're still here at the Walkaway campaign, and I could not help but notice he's wearing a Gavin Newsom shirt, the governor of California, but it says, "Not my dictator." I love this shirt. I gotta say, I can't praise you enough for this shirt. So, what brought you out today?
Well, actually, I'm a big supporter of the president's, and I like this group. They're breaking away from the Democrats. They finally feel like what they are. As far as this shirt is concerned, I designed this shirt, and it's a parody of Not My President, but it's not the dictator, Not My Dictator, because that's what these people are. The president abides by the Constitution, and these things think they're some tidbot dictators from Central Europe in World War II. Thus, the mustache.
All right, well, that about wraps it up for the Walkaway campaign here in Beverly Hills, and we had a great day. We had a lot of great speakers, a lot of great commentary. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, YouTube. Frequency unknown. Until next time.